everybody, welcome to day 21 of Craftober. It is Monday morning, it's it's 20 to 9 in the morning, and Danny and I are just getting sorted. Hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Danny and I are sick. We're okay, we've just got a cold, it's nothing more than that, but we're both feeling a little bit sorry for ourselves. Oh, Danny needs his eye drops putting in as well. I'll do that now and I'll come straight back. Sorry about that. Danny just needed his eye drops putting in. Yeah, so we're not going to do any dyeing today because we're both just feeling a little bit under the weather. I have got photos to take and things later on, and I've got an order to ship this morning.
I may just get a code later, just spice it and just get out of the system.
Oh, he's finally home, Stuart. He didn't come home for breakfast this morning. And he's finally rolled in at 8:45 now. Where have you been, dirty stop out? But we did have a lovely weekend with Harry. We've just been under the weather, which I blame the weather for, because 1 minute it's freezing cold, the next minute it's really warm. Saturday morning I was frozen, had to put the heating on. Saturday afternoon, it was so warm outside, I ended up putting the washing outside. It was crazy, but that's why we're all getting colds. It's going round. Josh and Finn had it last week, so it was inevitable we're going to get it. I just hope we haven't given it to Harry.
We'll find out on Wednesday.
Well, yeah, it's coming on Wednesdays. We'll find out Wednesday, but it's a bit more tricky when Harry's poorly, so because he can't tell you what's wrong. And he won't take medicine either. So it's a little bit trickier for Harry when he's poorly. So I hope we haven't given it to him. Anyway, I did make progress on things over the weekend. I said to you, didn't I, that I wanted to get the mitts done. And I'm going to pop them on because I did get them done. I didn't actually do them till yesterday. After we'd taken Harry home, me and Danny were watching... Well, it wasn't after we'd taken Harry home, it was in the afternoon. Harry goes home just before lunch. And then we watched football in the afternoon and I finished my mitts. Oh my word, I love them so much. Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they just beautiful? And just reminded myself, because I completely forgot, I did finally catch some of the steam trains. Not any on the track because we were in between arrivals, but I did get the steam trains in the yard, so I will put that little bit of footage up. I thought of you yesterday while we were there and got some footage for you. I'll keep trying to get one of them on the track because they're really cool.
Are they mine?
No, these are not yours. Danny's socks are also finished, so while you can hear him saying are they mine, I'm going to pop a picture on the screen because he's got them on now. We had them on Saturday when they were finished. So I'll pop a picture on the screen of Danny's socks. And I did finish those on Saturday. It's the first thing I did at the weekend was get Danny's socks finished. But I want to show you what it all looks like on. So I've got my matching cowl and my matching mitts. So doesn't it look lovely? I'm all matchy. And the rainbow colour goes right through, straight onto the mitts. It's just the purple I didn't manage to fit in, but I will find a use for it. I'm sure I've just seen that. What's just flown past the window? I'm sure that was a heron.
Could have been. I'm just looking at the colours of that and looking at the colours of that.
I also stole some yarn from the update. This is one of the ones that Danny dyed last week, and I took it straight out of the shop stock. If it's for me, I'll just stick it on the radiator. I'm not bothered. I don't do that for shop yarn, obviously, but yeah, just for me. I stuck it on the radiator on Saturday morning, and there's one of these going into the shop. I think we're calling it...
There was two.
There was two. I've got one. I'm not even sorry. I'm really not even sorry because I've got an alpaca hair in my mouth.
That's mystical, by the way.
Because I've got to use our yarn. this is the thing. I've got to use our yarn. I'm going to sneeze. 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've got to use our yarn, so I'm not even sorry. But you can tell the vibe that I'm feeling at the moment. I'm really into these pastel type colours at the moment. So yeah, I think we're going to call it mystical. No, I don't know if mystical fits it. 'Cause it's got that mystical. Yeah, mystical's more purple. I don't know what we're going to call it, but there is one left for the shop.
Look at the way you're saying there's one left for the shop.
I have to use the yarn. I have to use the yarn. I can't apologise for that.
There's no remorse.
So, yeah. I'll take all this off. It's getting a bit warm. Just sat here in all my knits. We're going to ship an order now-ish. The post office doesn't open.
Is that the King Cole order?
Yeah, there's a King Cole order. Post office doesn't open till 9:30, so I'll have to wait a little bit. But I'll do that in a minute. And then we need to nip out. I want to nip through to Morrison's or something this morning and just get a few bits and some lockets and some tunes.
And soup.
And I'm just going to drink plenty, do what I can work-wise, but I'm not pushing myself today. I'm really not. I'm just not. Oh, do you know what happened to me on Saturday night? So, you know, I talk about this cupboard here. It's absolutely fantastic. It's an old Victorian wash cupboard. So this lid lifts up and there would have been a sink in there. Let's move you around so you can see it. It hasn't got a sink in it now, but there's a cupboard underneath as well. Well, in here is where I keep all of my hand-dyed yarn, my full skeins that I've not got a use for yet. I've not got a project for. Not a use, there's a use for all yarn. Not got a project for yet because all of my other yarn that's been cracked into is in a plastic tub under the table. Anyway, in the bottom of the cupboard where the actual cupboard is where I keep all my cross stitch. Not all of my floss and things, that's in the other cupboard over there. But it's got Ada in there, it's got all my hoops in there, I've got sock blockers in there. And I also keep projects in there that I'm working on that day. So let me just see if I can show you what I mean. So you see I've got... There you go. So it's projects that I'm working on that day. So my fox that I've been cross-stitching, I'd been keeping that in there in the Q snap because it's one of the bigger Q snaps and it doesn't fit in any bag and I don't want to keep taking it on and off the Q snap. I need a bigger bag just for that or a smaller Q snap. Anyway, so I've just been putting it in the cupboard when I'm not working on it. So Saturday night, I just put it away and I was sat watching TV and Pollyanna opened the cupboard in front of me. I was sat here and I was trying to stop her, but I couldn't. She opened the cupboard, she got in the cupboard, sat on my cross stitch and started doing this. Oh, it was awful. I thought, you're ruining it. And I couldn't get her out. She wouldn't come out because it's not a big cupboard and I couldn't, you know, get my hands in and lift her out. Luckily, it's fine. She hasn't ruined it. But now I'm having to be so careful with my cupboard. There's no cats allowed near it. Honestly, when you've got cats, no craft project is fine. I have trained my cats over the years not to attack my yarn and they never do, ever. I can have yarn trailing on down the side of the table and not one of the cats would go for it. They've just learned. I think the high-pitched squeal that I make while they've gone for yarn has been a good enough deterrent. So they've just not gone for it, but they've not learned they can't sit on my cross stitch. So I need to get on with training. But yeah, it was awful. Anyway, I'm going to have this coffee and then we're going to go and ship an order. And then we are Danny's just
I'm
sat
not
there
on camera
like
today.
that.
I'm on camera most days today. Oh,
Bless him. Men always get it worse than women, don't they?
man flu.
Yeah, I know.
Man flu is worse than anything.
Can you see me? Right, okay. So, I'm coming on a little bit nervous. First of all, I haven't mentioned it on the vlog, I don't think yet. A few weeks ago, I was incredibly lucky and I was gifted an overlocker. And it came about because when I was doing the Modern Folk embroidery cross stitch, it was fraying really badly, and my friend's got an overlocker and she said bring it round and I'll just overlock the seams for the edges for you. And then one of my lovely friends actually gifted me an overlocker. I have been beyond intimidated by it, absolutely intimidated, and I haven't even switched it on. I've got a box of threads, I've got the machine, it's already threaded up, and I know that is the trickiest part, but I've been far too intimidated to turn it on. So I've just been sat doing a little bit of cross stitching on my round robin sal, and the Ada is fraying like mad. So I'm thinking, just use the overlocker. You've got one, use it. And I do have to, the stitch along that I'm doing, which starts on the 1st, that's going to need overlocking as well, and I know I can use a zigzag stitch, I know I can do that, but I've got an overlocker now and I don't want it to be something that I've never used, so I'm going to attempt to use it today. Now I'm being a complete chicken and I'm going to make my other friend sit on FaceTime while I use it for the first time, but if I can manage it I'm going to come back and film me doing the second bit of fabric, so watch this space. Do you think I can do it? I don't think I can do it. I am terrified of that. But if I can do it, she's going to get a name, and, well, she's already got a name. She's called Benina. So there we go. Let's see if I can do it. I feel so proud of myself right now, you would not believe it. I did ring my friend and I had her on FaceTime the whole time and she's going, just press the pedal. I'm like, I'm scared. But I got this one because this was... I'll have to edit that bit out and show you that again without this is the sal in case anybody don't want spoilers, but I've got that piece overlocked. And this is the fabric for my make along that starts on the 1st of November, and that is also overlocked. So now I will say I did not have to thread that overlocker, and I understand that's the trickiest part, and I didn't have to do that. It was already done for me, so I was lucky with that. But yeah, I wanted to get this one in particular overlocked because I'm going to be working on it for 6 months. I don't want it fraying. So that's done. That one is done, and I feel so stinking proud of myself right now. You would not believe, honestly. I'm going to put that back in a hoop, make myself a drink. A celebratory? I don't know what the word is. I'm going to make myself a coffee. Hello everybody, it is time to come on for our evening chat. I'm going to grab my knitting. Oh, I'm freezing. I'm going to put the heating on because I'm really cold. I've done nothing all day, I just haven't, but I do feel much better than I did this morning, so it's worked just doing nothing. Sometimes your body just needs time. If I'd have got on with all the jobs that I had to do, which means I'm going to be even busier tomorrow now, but never mind. If I'd have got on with all the jobs that I had to do, then I would have just been feeling rubbish. All I've done today is rested. I still feel a bit fuzzy in my head and my throat's a little bit sore, but I don't feel half as bad as I did this morning. So I've had a really productive day though. I have finished clue 1 of the round robin style. I really didn't have many stitches to do. I was just doing 100 or 200 stitches a day, and I'd planned it to last all week. So I'd have had it finished by sort of Friday. But I just sat today. I had 500 stitches left, so I just sat today and stitched. And then, oh, actually, while I'm still on about the round robin style, I will pop a picture right at the very end of the video. So once I finish talking, if you don't want to see the sal progress, then you can just end the video, and then I'll pop it right at the very end. It'll just be a photograph. But then I picked up my mandala, and I've managed to get another 2 rounds in that. I'm going to sit and work on it tonight. Once we've got tea out of the way and I don't have to do anything, I'm going to sit and try and get a few rounds into it. It's just a bit of a slog. I'm just looking over there. My candle holder is on the floor. That's one of the cats. The pattern, I'm going to be honest, is just a bit hard going. It really is. It's not beginner friendly. It's not hard. There's been a few mistakes that have really thrown me. But other than that, it's just hard going. So after 2 rounds, you're kind of like, right, okay, I need to put that down. And there's only 34 rounds on it. But I'll be honest, you know, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It's not been my favourite pattern to do, but I really want the finished object, so I will carry on. Yeah, so that's the plan tonight. I'm going to have tea. I've got a chicken dinner tonight, and Danny's got a pasta ragu thing. Finn's got, he'll have chicken and rice, so it's all different meals, but I don't care. I don't care, because tonight I fancied a chicken dinner. We were supposed to be having date night tonight, and we were going to rent a film on Prime and get a curry, but I just would really rather not while I'm not feeling too great. I'd really just rather wait until I'm feeling better and I can really enjoy it, so we're not doing that tonight. So, I haven't shown you this. This is my cowl that I was working on before I went to Yarndale, before all the Yarndale projects took over. Yeah, it's coming on, isn't it? I've taken one of the colours out that I had in it. These are the colours. 1, 2, 3 and 4. These were the next colours. But this one is kind of sticking out like a sore thumb, so I'm removing that one. And I don't know whether I'm going to go right up to this one. It's not as bright as what it's showing. It's a bit deeper than what it's showing on the screen, but I may stop after them 2. I'm not sure yet. I will see. I will see how I feel. When I get to that point, it's in my little Stephen and Penelope bag. That was a gift as well. So yeah, that is the plans for tonight. I feel like I've been a bit out of it on the vlog today, but I really haven't felt well, and I didn't want to miss a vlog again. So I've ploughed on anyway, even though I've not been feeling great. I've just not done much of anything. But I can feel, like I say, I feel better than I did this morning. It started yesterday morning. I started with it Sunday. Yeah, so yeah, that was yesterday. Sunday morning, so it hasn't been long. Colds don't, touch wood, usually last too long with me. But yeah, I woke up at 5, I think it was, and my throat was so dry and sore. I had to just get out of bed, so I've been up since 5. But yeah, no, I'm feeling better than I was this morning. And I've not actually had to take any medication, to be honest. I haven't been that bad where I've needed to take any paracetamol or anything. So I'll just see how I feel. So yeah, that's everything. Tomorrow I've got tomorrow's yarn dyeing to do and today's yarn dyeing to do, so I've got a bit extra to do tomorrow, but it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. I like yarn dyeing, so I never mind. And Danny will do some as well. But yeah. But I am very pleased that I learned how to use the serger, because that could have easily turned into something that I was far too intimidated to use. I did look at some tutorials first, but I was saying to my friend, the tutorials didn't really help. They kind of made me feel more intimidated than I was to start with, because they were saying lots of people are really intimidated, and I'm thinking, yeah, I am now. I feel even worse now. You kind of just want someone, don't you, to turn around and say, this is not a big deal, just do this. It's like my friend did, Alex, just put your foot on the pedal. You know, so I'm glad that I've done it, because now I feel much more confident going forward, and I feel like I'm going to be okay with it. So yeah, I'm going to end the video. I hope you've all had a lovely, lovely day, whatever you've done, whatever you've done. Goodness me, I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to give up today. Whatever you've done today, I hope you've had a lovely day. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and feeling much, much better. So I will see you tomorrow for Craftober day 22. I'm going to put the picture of the sal. I'm going to put a little spoiler warning, and then I'm going to put the picture of the sal. So if you don't want to see the picture of the sal, end it here. Okay, bye everybody.